But now it's Aya time. Is this game gonna tilt me more than what I just did? Surely it's fine, right? Okay, so we gotta, we have to defend Eirin. Let's go. I was like, what is this theme? I've not heard this theme yet. I had no idea it would get this bad. All I did was take that medicine when my stomach started to hurt. And now I got this terrible fever. Wait, don't tell me this is her doing. It's possible. Maybe. Especially given our bitter history. I better let the SDM know about this. If you're gonna play dirty, I'll make sure you regret it. Just you wait. If that's supposed to be Moko, it makes it sound like it might not be. Maybe there's a third party. Maru and Co. Lovely weather we're having today. That can only mean one thing. Time to write up an extra. Can't keep my loyal readership waiting when they're dying to read the latest dirt. First off, good morning. I hate you. I hate you. Oh, Luigi, perfect timing. Whatever it is, it should probably wait. This letter just came for you. Really? I have a bad feeling about this. Who's it from? It's from Miss Yagokoro here. Oh, in that case, it might actually be good news. Maybe she's developed some new concoction or wants to place an ad. Advertisement. Advertisement. What's the matter? Of course, just when I'm all fired up to fire up the printing press. I get a request to defend some unfortunate soul. Does it mean there's going to be another trial? You know, how's the prosecution still going? They have a track record of like 0-6 at this point, by the way. Of course, just look at it. It's clear as day. Please don't throw things at me. I've been arrested for reasons unknown, and they're planning to hold a trial. Please defend me. Eirin. What on earth could she have done? Whatever the case may be. We have to accept her request, don't we? Looks like it. Let's head down to the detention cell first of all. Hey, we actually get to do investigation this time. Why was your voice wavering? You're just imagining things. Oh, by the way, pat. Before we leave, do you remember how investigations work? I swear I knew just the other day. Yeah, check, You check everything, You present, yeah, yep, Oh, I don't know how to play this game. Check, present, yep, okay, yep. Ooh, new music for this. Ooh, shoddy. What are your thoughts? I just can't believe it. Miss Yagakura is an expert in the medicinal arts. Not to mention how many people regularly use her medicine consignment system. She's a well-respected figure, so I can't imagine her committing a crime. She's been arrested for something. Vital details just weren't written in that letter. Let's go talk to her first. I guess, my extra. Just do it later. This clearly takes priority. Why did this have to happen now, of all times? Take my notebook. Cool, win the newspaper competition. That's why I'd rather get another extra ready. Okay, all of Gensokyo in a single glance from here. Oh, there's a fairy flying around. There's a write the Boon Boon Murs newspaper. Day in, day out, at the very heart of the operation. Keeps me going even after dark. I wish it was a little brighter, though. Okay, time to go to jail. Ring, ring, ring! Miss Yagakoro. Hello, my lovely Eirin. Ah, there you are. That was faster than I had anticipated. Well, that's because you requested my services, but I'm the one who should be surprised. You seem to be doing better than I thought. How am I doing better? To be plain that I am not in the best of moods. And worst of all, I have absolutely no idea what the situation is. That's what all suspects seem to say. Seems relatively calm, as expected, although I have no idea what she's really thinking. Take my notebook. She seems uninterested. Defend this case, suspect of prescribing the wrong kind of medicine, but as calm as collected as ever. Well, we already spoiled the details. The head maid said charge is causing suffering to another person. If there was some sort of side effect with one of my prescriptions. If you were a loved one that they diagnosed with mesothelioma, a side effect, and that's why you were arrested? Well, the one who's affected was Moko. She took some indigestion medicine and developed a high fever, but I know there's more behind this problem than that. Are you sure this was another mistake? Not this time. I've never mistaken my prescriptions. Since Moko is taking this to court, I believe she may feel there is malicious intent. I'm not exactly clear on why, though. I don't really know the relationship between that bamboo forest guide and ENTA, but I get the feeling I could be biting off more than I can chew. This is a mere misunderstanding. As a physician, I'm always focused on my job, first and foremost. You want to claim your innocence. Precisely. Okay. So, if someone, like, shuffled the medicines and gave the wrong medicine, I could see it being racin by accident. I could see it being Tay on purpose. Those are the two that come to mind. I mean, when it comes down to relations to these characters, Kaine does come to mind with Moko, but there's nothing more than just that. Your Dr. Poisoning is pretty outrageous if you think about him. Hey, I mean, medical malpractice is one of the leading causes of death, right? Kaguya's I didn't even think about. Oh yeah, Kaguya. I forgot about Kaguya. Yeah, Kaguya is definitely a high-level suspect here, I feel. This could be troublesome. It's still entirely possible she did this on purpose. I'm not saying Kaguya did it, I'm just saying she's a suspect. Okay, she's acting like a sussy baka. Does your medicine usually have side effects? None at all. Except if a human were to take medicine meant for a yokai. That's how Moko developed the high fever. So if a human takes a yokai indigestion medicine, they get high fever as a side effect? Correct. For your information, the medicine in question was prescribed yesterday. Where's my log button? Damn it. I had Udon delivered immediately, but I had not expected Moko to take it the same day. Well, you never know when indigestion strikes. Will strike. Might have something to do with it. It smells like an act, but it might be a coincidence. Excuse me, but did you ask what caused Moko's indigestion? I did not. Saki did not inform me either. In that case, we should find out. Maybe we could learn something else from the victim, too. Good idea. There's quite a bit we need to learn about the circumstances. What sort of relationship do you have with Moko? Like, intimate? Not in particular. The one she has a history with is the princess. The princess? Do you mean Miss Kaguya Horai-san? Actually, just forget what I said. She has nothing to do with it. Okay, I was gonna say Tay was #1 suspect, but now Kaguya #1 suspect. I put, like, Tay at 2, Racing at 3, and then there's a bunch of people like Marissa and, like, just random people that kind of pop up for no reason other than the fact that, like, I could see them making them a culprit. Now I'm even more concerned. Gyakuten, this may be very important. Please give us more details about the relationship with her. Perhaps you are right. I suppose I can tell you a bit more. We put innocent, good-natured Tay as the main culprit. Because she's related to Ian Tay. And, it's Tay. You'll cooperate. You have my thanks. Princess is of noble lineage, and I am her guardian. Huh? Said you want to know more about my relationship with the princess, so I'm telling you what you want to know. No, not that her. What I want to know was the relationship between Miss Horai-san and Miss Fujiwara. Oh, don't ask the fandom this question. Woo-wee. Is that something you intend to turn into an article? That's not what I asked. Ah, yeah, we don't have time for this. Let's ask again later. I love that fucking Momiji sprite. The wide-eyed, such a good sprite. By the way, what were you going to do from here? We were planning on visiting all the places connected to this case. That would include Iante, I imagine. Wait just a moment, then. You should take this with you. Is this a letter? When you get to the clinic, please give this to Odong. Tell her it is from me and that she will allow you inside. Understood. Thank you very much. Will that really work, though? Wouldn't hurt to try, I guess. What do we get this? Why is this evidence? I know, it's just gonna be like a present to her, and that's that thing. I assume if I go here, there's nothing to do. Give you the letter. We go to let's just go to Iante. It's the top option. Wow, reused sprite from the last game. Wow, reused backdrop. Oh my gosh. The sign saying the doctor is out. Small wonder. Anyway, where could Miss Racing be? What do you want? We're not taking emergency cases today. I just wanted to ask a few questions if I could. You see... Just go away. I'm already fed up with this whole nonsense. Didn't I just bail you out, Racing? I said I didn't want to talk to anyone. Didn't you hear me the first time? What's with her? Did she wake up on the wrong side of the hutch or something? Maybe she'd come back later. Impossible. This is likely where the whole case started. I don't know, maybe give her the thing we just... A lovely flower arrangement, except these are actually medicinal plants. Picture of a fan here. Is there a hole behind it? No, of course not. Chock full of books. 5 colored shots, Swallow's Cowrie, seamless sealing of Kinkaku-ji. Sound awfully ominous. Books in lettering I've never seen before. What kind of books are these? It's days of the month for, yeah. Floral. Received this letter from Miss Yagakoro. What? From Master? Let me see it. Okay, I understand. If you're helping her, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Wow, it's like you're a completely different person now. You should have said something right from the start. You didn't even give me a chance before you told us to leave. Take my notebook. Oh, it's out of my presence now. Here's assistant who delivers medicine. Probably the most world-weary at Iante. About the medicine. You're the one who delivered the medicine that caused those side effects to Moko, correct? When you phrase it like that, it's like you're trying to entrap me. I was only doing my job. But I know Master didn't do anything wrong either. I highly doubt you'd switch the medicines after we finally managed to get Moko to register for our services. Switch medicines? That's the only way I could see it happening. Master makes the medicine in a separate room, and then I seal them in bags, and deliver them. Wait a moment. When would anyone be able to make such a switch? But Master wouldn't make that kind of mistake, and there's no way she did it on purpose. If you say so. It's getting really complicated. I don't like it one bit. Did you happen to meet anyone while working here or making your deliveries? Well, let me think. While here in the waiting room, I spoke with Yomu from Hakikoku. Yomu? While making deliveries, I met quite a few people. Why was Miss Kanpaku here? She'd caught a summer cold, however, we never get close enough for her to be able to make the switch. We never got close enough for her to be able to make the switch. I didn't go into any information. Who was at the clinic yesterday? Well, Master was here the whole time, then after she'd finished making the prescriptions, I came by to pick them up. Afterwards came Yuyuko escorting Yomu with her cold. Love this theme. How about Miss Horai-san and Miss Tay? Tay doesn't work here, so she never came by. Princess never had anything to do with the clinic from the start. So there's just 4 people here in all. That's right, I'm positive about that. Gilmore was our only patient that day. Unexpectedly slow, isn't it? Not really, some days we just don't have many patients. This theme is getting loud, wow. Anyway, I can give you a written statement of what I just said. Do you want it? For what? It'll prove that only 4 people were at the clinic yesterday. Master, myself, Yoma, and Yuko. Gee, I wonder if this is going to be important ever. I'm sure it'll help in court. I don't know about that. It seems like it'll be a hindrance more than anything. Then, by all means. Alright, just a moment. Okay, here you are. Thank you very much. I'll use this when the opportunity arises. You're the only one who can help Master now. I'm counting on you. Do my best. By the way, did you give this statement to the police as well? Yes, I did. That Detective Izuyoi threatened me with a smile as I was writing it. That bastard. What is... Fine. You can have this emote as long as you don't abuse this emote. He said that if I was lying, I'd be arrested for perjury or something. I guess that lends its credence. But will this really help? We're gonna, like, throw it up, and then Yuriko's... And then, like, Remy's gonna be like, well, she might have been lying as she wrote it. She is closely acquainted with, Eirin. How can we possibly trust what's written on this statement? Never abuse the depiction of animated imagery in an unsavory way? Yeah. About Muku. How would you describe your relationship with the victim, Miss Fujiwara? Pretty ambiguous question. Sorry, I just wanted to confirm. I only see her as a new customer. Until recently, I've been negotiating with her to join our medicine consignment system. It must have been difficult. But that's how it is. Master's medicine and medical knowledge is how we earn our keep here. Princess is royalty, so she can't work, and Tay is just completely unreliable. So just you and Ms. Yagakura? And solely handling Gensokyo healthcare must be tough. I mean, how many people are even in Gensokyo? That's right, we're the only ones who do legitimate work around here. Why we'll be in trouble if she isn't released soon. I can't do much of anything by myself. Sounds like that's a real concern. Medicine distribution room. What is that up there? This is the center for our medicine consignment system. Each patient has their own spot on the shelves where Master places their prescriptions. Then I make the appropriate deliveries. There are quite a few shelves here. You have that many patients? That's right, we make an honest living. Almost as pure and honest as Ayashimaimaru. And Tenchi. We even made 3 new customers this summer. Miss Fujiwara being one of them. This incident completely blindsided us. It could damage our reputation, so we want it settled as soon as possible. I see what you mean. Wow, save music! Wow, they didn't change the music across places. Wow. Oh my gosh. What a sight, seeing all these names lined up like this. What's it for? Where all the medicines are stored, or sorted. We have to set it up this way because the medicines for humans and yokai are so different. These labels over here look fresh. The top it goes Kochi. When in doubt, it's a Morai Shrine conspiracy. Fujiwara, Kawashiro, Kamishirasawa. Those are our most recent customers. I know, because I do all the recruiting myself. I believe that the probability of this sorting system being the root of the problem is very high. Better take a picture of this. Medicine shelf picture placed in the court record. Don't don't trust the slug. Okay. What is the lemon doing here? Oh no. They're opening safes again. No. Wait a minute, what is this? That's Master's very favorite paperweight. She said that the princess poured her heart and soul into making it. Is Horai-san made this? It looks well made, but why a lemon? I haven't a clue. I don't really understand the princess's hobbies. I had no idea it was a fake lemon until I picked it up, but as a paperweight? Maybe we should include it as evidence? It's a good idea. It may prove useful later. What? Painstaking accuracy to the genuine article is incomprehensible to the layman. That is a fascinating piece of evidence. This tune it's such a good tune. What's this? I recognize quite a few of these names. That's a checklist of new prescriptions. Master uses that sheet while she makes medicine. It helps her customize the compounds accordingly. I see Miss Hakure's, Miss Knowledge's, Miss Kawashirasawa's names here. And then there's newly registered Miss Kochiya, Miss Fujiwara, Miss Kawashiro. Only the names of people we know. We're gonna ignore all the billions, or not billions, but all the probably hundreds of human village residents. Are these dates next to the names? Looks like all of the new customers have yesterday's date next to them. Yes, they're the dates when they received deliveries. The new customers received their initial supply yesterday. Single male customer. Nah, the supply of Viagra's on a different shelf. So these were the only 3 deliveries that day? This could be evidence. Delivery checklist placed on the court record. On the day in question, Moko, Sanai, and Notori all had deliveries. Each one was listed as a new customer. Would a Reno scale be involved? He always is. For the lore nerds, because I am not... Is Moko classified as a human or as a yokai? It is Sanai classified as a human. Sanai's classified as a human, right? Same with Moko. And Notori's classified as a yokai. Am I correct in that statement? I feel like that sounds correct, but I'm not positive. It's a immortal, but human still. I assume Sanai is classified as human, and Tori would be a yokai. Is that everything in here? I can't see anything else to interact with. I can't talk to you. Okay, let's leave for now. We can always come back should we need to. Let's go to Moko's! Dust court, bottom right shelf, SMH. Excuse me, but are you here, Miss Fujiwara? Right here. Oh, it's that Tengu news reporter. That's a rather disappointed greeting. I thought there was some emergency, but even if there were, it wouldn't matter. Well, with the dock behind bars and all. Aren't you the one who put her there? I'm here as Miss Yaguko's defense attorney. May I ask you a few questions? You got questions? Fresh out of answers. Now beat it. Yeah, this is a problem. That snake oil peddler doesn't get the guilty verdict, that'll be an even bigger problem. She's the one who made the medicine that gave you that weird side effects, right? Don't you think that might have been just an honest mistake? Mistake? Do I look that naive? But I want to talk to you so we can get a better idea of... That ain't happening. Scram. I'm not gonna get anywhere at this rate. What should I do? If I head out for now, is there anything? You sure this is a good idea? Do you have any others? Doesn't seem like she wants to cooperate right now. Check somewhere else. I get a feeling there's something we can use here. Oh, Miss Fujiwara, what are all those vegetables doing in the corner? They look like cucumbers, and quite a few of them. Do you like... Notori. Oh, we just saw Notori's name, like, twice. And now there's cucumber. The illusion of choice, yeah. Cucumbers, that Cap and Notori gave them to me. I mean, she was guilty once last, game. No way they'd make her guilty again, right? She was the one trying to take perverted pictures of Chirino. You received them from Notori? For what? I know that Cap are friendly humans, but... Hey, less talking, more walking. Please wait a moment. Could you at least tell us that much? We'll file them away as evidence for now. Cucumbers from Notori added to the court record. Cucumbers are always in high demand among women? What do you mean by that, Levin? Why Notori want to poison Moko? What do you think you're doing? I said we're done here. Yes, for the time being. Come, Momiji. What did you just ask? Whoa, holy moly. Yes, ma'am. I still think there's something inside that's vital to this case, though. Take my statement. Take my lemon. Why are you shoving that in my face? I don't know what it is. Maybe this is more Notori's fault. What? What, excuse me? More friendly? Well, yeah, she also was just given medicine that made her sick. Actually nice and orderly upon closer inspection. Much different from my room. There's a lot of seat cushions for someone who lives by herself. Maybe she has visitors often. Probably hangs the pot here, making a fire is no sweat for her, I imagine. Oh my gosh, reuse backdrop, unbelievable. Oh, it's Momiji and Aya. What are you two up to today? Did you come to hear about my lace invention? Notori, what are you doing poisoning Moko? Sorry, but not today. I actually wanted to ask you a few questions. Why are you hanging out cucumbers? I thought you loved them that much. Keyboard is missing. This is critical evidence. Does that have something to do with the trial? Are you defending some poor thing again? Yes, we have something very important to discuss. What the fuck do you have with these cucumbers? Would this happen to be medicine? Yep, that's right. That was in the first delivery. They just came by with it yesterday, even. Would you mind if I examine the contents? Go ahead, it seems to relate to the case. Or they just related, this could be crucial. This was delivered along with Miss Fujiwara the other day. Looks like medicine for indigestion, wrapped in light pink packets, but only 2 of them. It's hard to tell if that's too much or too little. Bryson said that there should be 3 packets in there. Is that true? Yeah, I'm sure of it. I guess they made a mistake. This may be indeed be evidence. The wearer boots, the missing packet could be key. There's literally nothing else to click in your room. Dude, girl, you gotta put some more shit in your room. Take my statement. Take my paperweight. Fine, just take my cucumbers. Oh, those are the cucumbers I gave Moko. What about them? I want to ask about when and why you gave these to her. During this past spring, I got lost in the bamboo forest, but she was nice enough to lead me out. They were just token of my thanks. But I gave them to her last week. Was that long ago? Yeah, I told her to eat them quickly or they'll spoil. Do you think the reason Miss Fujiwara had a stomach ache was because of... Seems entirely plausible. Wait. Natori gave them to her, knowing she would wait until they were bad, and then give her a bad stomach, and then she swapped the medicines. Medicine? Melancholy? No shot, bro. Hey, you mind coming with us? Whoa, wait a sec. You haven't even told me what's up. Right now, I'm Miss Yagakura's defense attorney. Miss Fujiwara is the plaintiff, but she won't speak a word to me. And you think I can unzip her lips, huh? Whoa, what do you mean by that, Natori? Yuka's the criminal? Who? Leave it to me, there's an invention I've been wanting to try out. Speaking of which, I'm kind of surprised Yuka wasn't even in the last game. She's such a popular fan character. Well, I don't think... Oh, excuse me. I don't think you need to go that far. Leave that for another time, okay? But I'm pretty sure it'd help. Take my delivery checklist, you foolish fool of a took. Let's read some profiles. Somewhat more dependable than before, but still hard to resist stroking her ears. Question mark. Guides others through the bamboo forest, immortal, but apparently not immune to the side effects of medicine. A kappa that gave Mocha the vegetables, all homegrown, mostly cucumbers. Knock, 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 Moko. Moko, are you here? You again? You really don't know when to quit, do you? Never imagine you dragged Natori out here. We're in a do-or-die situation, unlike you. Please talk with us. No means no. Moko, how are the veggies I gave you? I was wondering how you'd like the taste of freshly picked cucumbers. Well, I guess they were pretty good. Even though you waited a whole week for trying them? Do you want to become fried chicken? This talking will stop bothering you. I have a job I need to do, and I'll fight until I'm able to do it. You'd think you were really pushy. That's because we have strong feelings of obligation to our job. Alright, go ahead and ask me whatever you want. But I still think that quack Eirin is behind this. Take my lemon. She still won't take my lemon. Natori had delivery that day too. Oh, nothing else to that. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go grab some milk. About the incident. Can you give us the whole story of what happened? My stomach started acting up all of a sudden, so I took the indigestion medicine that Rabbit delivered earlier. The reason I had an upset stomach was in the first place was my fault. I forgot about the cucumbers I'd received earlier, and they went a little bad. You said as much earlier, right? I guess I got my just dessert. No, those are vegetables, not desserts. I ate a few the day I got them, but I kind of forgot about the rest. So they sat in a corner of the room for a week. Yeah, that was my bad. I should write that down. It could come up during the trial. Anyway, after I took the medicine, my indigestion went away, but the fever flared up just as fast. Eirin gave me that medicine on purpose, I just know it. You make such an assumption. Because she's part of Kaguya's troop. Really? Kaguya's the one behind all this. I can't think of any other reason. Fortunately, the fever died down by morning, so I went to the STM right away to have that phony physician thrown in the slammer. So that's what happened. Guess there weren't many clues there. Could you show me the medicine that caused those terrible side effects? Here. I took one earlier, but there's 3 in there when I opened it. The indigestion medicine was in these white packets, and you took 1, so there are only 2 left. That's right, that rabbit told me there would be 3 doses in there, so there's no contesting that. Oh, so. Be vital evidence, I better make a note of it. What's that Mocha's place? Ah, Aya, please have a look at this. Pat, 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 pat. Oh, is that the bag the medicine came in? Something seems off about it. Looks like your name's misspelled. Ah, you're right. It says Muko instead of Moko. Is this gonna be something like... It's Notori Kawashiro. There's no, like... There's no, like... Is it gonna be something like they did in that... Mukyu, yeah. Is this gonna be something like in that Tenchi trial where it's like, oh, well, like, I've always said it as this. Pretty bad mistake. Maybe she was in a hurry when she wrote it. See, I told you I can't trust them one bit. Why don't you sign for their medicine consignment service? It was the only way to get Racing to leave me alone. She was probably begging in tears the last time before I agreed. Really? She doesn't look like the type who would plead like that. As soon as I did agree, she was all smiles as she presented me with the contract. Okay, now that sounds more like it. This is bag at Mocha's place the court record. Or Muko Fujiwara written in small print. Why'd you bring this problem directly to the SDM? Would it have made more sense to go to Iente first? They would have just ignored it. As long as Kagi is there, Eirin couldn't care less about me. Just what turned it an all-out Danmaku battle. Well, it does sound customary for Gensokyo. This is a matter of not being able to use spell cards right now. Yes, that's why I went to the SDM. As soon as I told the head maid detective what went down, she took off to make the arrest. Now that's what I call service. So as he couldn't use spell cards, he simply took the most pragmatic course of action. You got it. And hey, it keeps you busy too, so you should be grateful. Well, for your information, I'm not. I was just trying to get an extra out, but then all of a sudden... Good at service, not yeah. And what about it?
What do you mean, what about it?
Or just brushing off the misspelling? Rather like that paperweight. She seems to have a number of comments. She's stunned, does she? I'm obviously missing like 1 or 2 things. Yeah, yeah. Satori, knock, knock, knock. Bam, 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 bam. That misspelled? Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Don't really know what it is. Bro doesn't remember the lemon incident from last time. Can't see anything else in the entire room that I can interact with. I've tried giving her, like, everything. Have to get mocha vegetables. Oh, yeah, I read that. Check in here. Oh. Like there's something hidden in here. It's a broken writing brush. Ah, that's where it was. Master mentioned something about breaking it the other day. It was one of her favorites. She's been looking depressed lately. Getting depressed over a writing brush? You can get a little rough with them, so I break them all the time. But of course, it's a special brush you can't get on Earth, let alone Gensokyo. Well, they only make on the moon. The moon, you say? Is that true? You don't believe me? That I'm a lunar rabbit? Let's just move on. When'd she break it? She mentioned to me Meryl making the prescriptions. Something happened that broke it beyond repair. She seems awfully disheartened. Miss Gyakuten can become depressed on occasion. She's still human, after all. Huh? Huh? Wouldn't even you be that way after something you treasured so dearly had been destroyed? Dude, what if one of these trials is gonna be fucking your Hime or Toyo Hime on trial? Now that would be content. True. Include as evidence, just in case. Okay. To make you more depressed, I mean, that's something I'm gonna go do. Gotta try every which thing. Oh, apparently clicking that one thing made Eirin, she snapped. She's going crazy. Hey, you're alright, Miss Gyakuten. I'm in no particular hurry at the moment, so I'm fine. However, the only reason I'm in no particular hurry is because I've been placed in this cell. I see. You aren't scared or worried about or anything? That's because, to our kind, Earth itself is a prison. Oh, shit. Whether I'm at Iente or in this cell, the differences are trivial. Didn't you, like, choose to stay here with Kaguya, though? And then kill a bunch of rabbits in the process? We're gonna brush past that fact. Uh-huh. What is all that supposed to mean? Anyway, what business do you have here? Oh, that's right, that's something I want to check on. What? I mean, adjustment. Poison, why is that dangerous? Although I said poison, it is still just a side effect, nothing life-threatening. It's still awfully dangerous. This medicine has a faint smell of garlic. Did you mix any of that into it? Correct, it's a very effective remedy for humans. That's true, but I've heard garlic can be used for colds, but indigestion? Those who believe will be saved. No wonder this stuff actually works. So, the Tori and Moko's medicines got swapped. Although, the fact that there is one missing from this bag is also curious. Why is there one missing from the Tori's bag? What are your thoughts on the cucumbers? You drink? Well, here's the question, because medicines, Moko's, like, kind of that she had one, and then that was the problem. So, like, obviously, this is the one that's poisonous to yokai, and this one is poisonous to humans, right? And they got swapped at some point. They must have got swapped accidentally at some point. So, like, one being missing from Moko's bag makes sense, but why is one missing from the Tori's bag? It shouldn't be Moko, but Notori. I don't think Notori's, like, guilty. Although he's questionable. You never know. There's yokai indigestion medicine. They work for humans too, but they will immediately come down with a high fever. I knew it. This is the medicine that was delivered to Moko's hut. That cannot be. I made certain before I placed it on the shelf yesterday. I mean, someone switched it while you weren't looking. The question now is, who? That is your role to find out, is it not? I suppose, but these are all clues that we have. These are all the clues we have right now. Now that I think about it, you put lemon in the yokai medicine, didn't you? How do you know, Momiji? I could tell by the smell. It was very faint, though. Right, you are a dog and everything. I'm a white wolf too. Yes, there's lemon in the yokai medicine. It is mostly to help it go down easier, though. No wonder this stuff actually works. Given my recent condition, I likely dropped Notori's missing medicine pack on the floor back at Iente. What's this all of a sudden? Just thinking aloud. You found that pack yesterday on the floor of the medicine distribution room. Light pink medicine pack contains indigestion medicine for humans, correct? Tried to make sure everything was in place, but it just did not work out somehow. Also, I actually went to Moko's hut yesterday. I was wondering if maybe her bag was missing a pack too. If we were that thorough, why did all this happen? I do not know. Everything up till now has been a mystery. No, she did something at Miss Fujiwara's. It could be crucial, so I better ask her. Miss Gyakuten. The trial's about to...
Yeah, we can have a conversation for 30 seconds.
What? It's that time already? It's that time of the month already. But I think we have enough evidence. I'll see you again later, Miss Yagakoro. Found by air on the floor of the medicine room, the pink packaging caused Eirin to conclude that Moko's bag was short one pack. Defendant's waiting room. Something PM. No time. Oh, we got the detective, like, we got the swab. It seems to meet again. You realize you're on trial, right? Aren't you nervous at all? Not terribly so. You are going to prove me innocent, correct? How can you be so sure? Because you told me as much. Putting too much trust in me would be a mistake. Nobody's perfect after all. But I believe that you are more than capable. I can do nothing save believe at the moment. So please, my fate is in your hands. I still can't tell if her attitude is genuine or not. Is she even taking this seriously? Anyway, what's your strategy for today's trial? My strategy, huh? Same as always, we haven't figured out who the actual culprit is, so we need to discredit the prosecution's witnesses to delay the verdict. But who would the witnesses be? It can't be Miss Raisin, besides Miss Fujiwara, and perhaps Detective Izuyoi, although we didn't get a chance to meet her earlier. This will come down to taking the right leaps of faith.
Mountain of Fate! This is a Mariah Shrine conspiracy!
That really does sound like the same as usual. But at least we're fortunate enough to have plenty of evidence to work with, so I'm sure I can pull something off. Although I have to be careful to keep all the facts straight. Trial's about to start. Let's head inside. Inside your courtroom. Hello, my beautiful Shiki Icky. Hi, you're now in my party in Labby. A trial for Eirin Yagakoro is now in session. The defendant's favorite paperwork is part of the trial. She cannot be without it, so this has to be her emotional support paperweight. Are both the defense and prosecution prepared? The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Likewise for the defense, Your Honor. Very well. First, the prosecution's opening statement. Miss Scarlett, if you please. Remy is so perfect. Thank you, Your Honor. Alright, let's see how this will go down. The prosecution's opening statement is as follows. The plaintiff, Miss Moko Fujiwara, charges the defendant, Miss Eirin Yagakoro. On August 27th, the defendant had the human medicine intended for the delivery to the plaintiff's residence replaced with yokai medicine. That night, the plaintiff took the medicine and suffered from a high fever as a side effect, which did not subside until the following morning. Real? Is that a real Yuka Fumo? Unbelievable. As the side effects could have turned deadly, a physician willingly distributing medicine in such a manner is a grave indiscretion. Therefore, the defendant has been indicted on charges of personal injury with possible manslaughter. Wouldn't that be womanslaughter? That is all. Manslaughter charges from an immortal victim? Can you even do that? Doesn't she want to die as well? Although, like, didn't that start to come around in, like, what is the game called? Urban Legend? In Limbo? Was she in... No, she was in Urban Legend. I was like, did she come out in Antinomy? But I believe she was... First came out in, Urban. The prosecution seems rather determined. We better try our best to match their pace. I know that, but... If the defendant will take the stand... Hello. Please state your name and occupation for the record. Eirin Yagokoro, I suppose I'd be a physician and a pharmacist. 2 occupations, I see. Do you deny the charges? I do, Your Honor. In that case, you must find the true culprit. Have you made plans to do so? Excuse me. Of course, Your Honor. My attorney should be up to the task. You're gonna force it on me like that. Expect a little extra on your bill. You seem rather confident. What are your thoughts, Miss Scarlet? We shall crush the defendant's morale with our evidence and witnesses, Your Honor. So both sides have full certainty in their causes. Now then, please call your first witness, Miss Scarlet. Before that, I have something I'd like to amend to my opening statement, Your Honor. Oh, I'm gonna throw you off a roof. We have determined the time when the medicines were switched. What? Is that possible? Yes, Your Honor. As a result of our investigation, we have determined beyond a shadow of a doubt that the substitution was made around the time Miss Yomu Kanpaku visited the clinic. How do you know that? There were very few people that went to the clinic on the day of the crime. Why did my client have to wait until Miss Kanpaku arrived to make the switch? That makes no sense. Do you know how many in total were at the clinic that day? Off the top of my head, I'd say... 7. Precisely, but there was actually someone else. I'm gonna fucking... That would be the plaintiff, Miss Moko Fujiwara. She guided Miss Kanpaku and her mistress to the clinic. It would have been impossible for them to find their way through the bamboo forest otherwise. Why didn't they just fly above the forest? Miss Kanpaku was afflicted with a summer cold. It should be obvious to anyone as to why she couldn't fly in such a condition. Or do you happen to be able to fly with a fever? Not really. Returning to the matter at hand, after guiding them to Iente, Miss Fujiwara waited just outside until Miss Kanpaku had finished her business. But her presence did not go unnoticed by Miss Yagokoro. And as Miss Fujiwara's name is among those listed on the shelves in the medicine room, it is not hard to imagine her considering the notion of switching the medicines. That'd be enough to connect the defendant and the plaintiff. But there's no proof on that. If proof is what you want, there's plenty of it. Your Honor, I'd like to submit new evidence to the court. Dude, just get a fucking witness already so I can cross-examine. I'm gonna beat you up. I'd preferred you do something at the beginning, but I shall allow it. What would this evidence be? It is Miss Yomu Kanpaku's medical chart from the previous day. Let's call symptoms: high volume of mucus in the nasal cavity, sneezing, redness in the throat. Not a pretty picture. Judging by the uncharacteristic disorderly script, our normally calm defendant must have been plotting something. Oh, I love dealing with a Remy in these games. Oh, it's just peak. This is our evidence that she committed the crime. Indeed, this is rather ungraceful penmanship. It is legible, yet it takes more than a glance to understand. It takes more than a glance to understand. Is that really proof? Couldn't there be another reason for it? The court accepts the prostitution's evidence. Does the defense have any objections? Ikiai. Huh? That was sudden. On second thought, it's fine. Flabbergasted. You are not making yourself clear. Do you or do you not accept this evidence? Yes, I do, Your Honor. Shall I go for now? But I need to find an answer for it later. No one's medical chart placed on the record. During the trial, she has Saiku's tea close at hand. Perhaps to ward off drowsiness. Your title means Judge of Paradise. Between this and her usual job, she must have a full plate. Now then, if the witness will take the stand, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Moko? Is it gonna be Sakuya? Or someone else? I was half expecting Renosuke. I was half expecting Renosuke just to take the stand. I was really hoping it would be Renosuke. That medicine should work for Yoma, the human or the Yoko? Ooh, good question. Renosuke delivering a new brush to Ian Day. Witness, your name and occupation, please. I'm Yomo Kenpaku. I'm a gardener and Lady Yuko's sword instructor. I see, easy to understand. I beg pardon if my voice sounds somewhat unusual. My bout with the cold yesterday had yet to come to a thorough conclusion. This is the third time we see Yomo as a witness. She was a witness during the Tenchi trial. She was a witness here. What was the other trial that she was a witness? I feel like I remember seeing her, but I can't recall it 100% off the top of my head. Was she in the last trial? I don't think so. I don't remember. No, she wasn't. I don't think. Yeah. She's very polite, isn't she? I doubt she would lie, but we still can't let our guard down. May we ask for your account of the previous day when you visited Iante? Certainly. Yesterday I had come down with a summer cold, so I visited the clinic at Iante. At that time I saw Miss Yagokoro compounding in the medicine room. I could tell as she had many kinds of medicine on her table. I heard her state, since she is immortal, I need to make a special prescription for her. Okay, buddy! Well, it's obvious if you look at the way she's talking. Afterwards, she stood and took a piece of light brown paper from a shelf. I believe she wrapped the medicine she had finished preparing in that paper. However, I do not know what she did with it next. Lady Yuko called to me from the waiting room, so I returned to her side. Suddenly, the clouds of suspicion are starting to darken our blue skies of innocence. Our witness testified that she heard the defendant say, "Since she is immortal." That can only mean the plaintiff. Sounds right, Miss Fujiwara is well known for being immortal, so that much is consistent. And then she added, I need to make a special prescription for her. Considering what happened to the plaintiff, this was clearly ill-intentioned. I tentatively agree, but first, will you cross-examine the witness, Miss Shimaru? You didn't say who exactly, so it could mean someone else. Miss Shimaru? If I can't clear up that matter, it's gonna make things that much harder. It's Aya Shimaru. Yes, Your Honor, what is it? I wish to know if you'll cross-examine the witness. This time I'm going to... Huh? Of course, I'm going to cross-examine. Please don't just assume otherwise. You merely seemed a little absent-minded, so I thought it would be fine to let it go. That was uncalled for. Okay, hold on. I have to see what happens if I say the other answer. You know, I was kind of thinking I didn't need to cross-examine the testimony this time. What are you gonna do, Aya, if you don't, the judge is gonna declare a verdict? I was obviously... What? The illusion of free choice. Maybe. Really? Mata. Even half phantoms can catch summer colds? Yes, according to Lady Yuko, it's because I am still lacking in experience. What? Like sleeping with your belly? What? What do you mean you're getting sick because you lack experience? What? I've never done such a thing. What? That's a cute image, though. Alright, what are you doing? Please take this more seriously. I know. I'll start being serious from now on. Please be serious from the beginning. What? You said it because I lack experience. How is your lack of experience getting you sick? And also, huh? Are compounding. You watch her as she was compounding medicine. From where did you see her? I viewed her from the doorway. Seems a little far away. How could you tell what she was doing? You need experience to be more half-phantom-like. I have a simple explanation. Get many kinds of medicine on her table. Nata! Meaning you saw her from behind? Whoa, you saw her behind? Correct. It is easy to understand what she was doing. She was so absorbed in her work that she did not take notice of my presence. Did you say anything to her? No, I refrained from saying a thing. I found the atmosphere difficult to disturb. It looked like she was doing anything suspicious. Nothing particular. She appeared to be in a normal mood to me. And then she said, "Wahaha, I can't wait to deliver this poison to Moko." Refrain from leading the witness. She has already shared the critical point in what she heard the defendant say. Fine. I wasn't leading her in the first place. Did Miss Yagakor really say that? Yes, I clearly heard those very words. No way. That should settle things. Our plaintiff is the only immortal being in Shinsokyo that comes to mind. Are you brain dead? You literally fought all 3 immortal people in Imperishable Night. You're a part of that game! And then it should be clear what she meant by special prescription. Yes, indeed, that's... Is Miss Fujiwara truly the only immortal being in Shinsokyo? Isn't it possible she meant someone else? Unfortunately, that cannot be. I'm certain I would be aware of any other... Ooh. What? Are people brain dead? Do you have any evidence? Do you have evidence? Rub it in, why don't you? But I'm not through yet. Please wait a moment. The witness did not hear who was immortal. We can't be sure who this person in question was. Wasn't it obviously the plaintiff? But without a specific name, we cannot say with any certainty. Did you hear the name of this person, Miss Kinpaku? No, I did not. This could be troubling. Without a black or white distinction, I can't make a proper decision. But she's immortal. Continue with your cross-examination. I cannot hand down a verdict without accurate information. The light brown paper from a shelf. Are you certain she stood up to take the paper? Yes, I distinctly saw her. Did she do anything else? That is rather vague. Could you be more specific? So, did she do, you know, that? What? Do not attempt to confuse the court with this obtuse line of questioning. Well, it's not like if I meant to. Do you even know what you're asking her, then? Actually, I don't. How embarrassing. In the light brown paper, are you sure about that? Yes, the plain watcher do so. Maybe there's a clue here. However, I do not know. You saw nothing else that happened in that room. Rick, as I returned to the waiting room. And that is everything you saw. I have testified to everything. Was there anything odd? Not really, but I wish there was. I think pressing will do much. I need to find something and present some evidence. I don't have anything to the existence of Kaguya. I can't throw her and be like, hello, have anyone ever heard of Kaguya? I mean... Oh, wait, what does it say? Village of Swords, a woman, but struggling with a cold while on the stand. Obligatory mention of Mio. Obligatory mention. I mean, there's a... I mean, I could also, like, Eirin is also immortal. So I'm thinking the game wants me to... Giving immortals not publicly known? It's not like that publicly known, but we're talking about, like, Aiki here. Actually, a white paper. Well, that sounds a little questionable, doesn't it, now? Please... Please have a look at this. The medicine delivered to Miss Fujiwara's hut was wrapped in white packaging. However, Miss Kanpaku stated that she saw Miss Gyakuten package medicine in light brown paper. This is a clear contradiction. She watched the act from a fair distance. Isn't it possible that she merely mistook the color? There isn't a great deal of difference. In that case, it's unlikely that the witness heard Miss Gyakut's words clearly either. With her senses dull to the cold, I doubt any of them were effective at that range. Oh, God, I love this theme. Oh, so that's a sprite. Is that new sprite? I've seen some faces. I don't know if I've seen this one. What do you think you're doing? Hurry, move on to your next testimony. The prosecution is goading the witness. That'll prevent her from giving a fair testimony. Me? Goading? I was merely advising her. What was that advice? Advice takes many forms. It is sometimes gentle and sometimes strict. She can't be serious. I spoke to Miss Gyakuten when I returned from the waiting room. It appeared that she did not notice my presence at all until that time. When she turned to face me, she appeared rather shocked, but the reason as to why is unknown to me. That's more like an order than as an advice. What are you talking about? She asked me whatever's the matter. She was trying to hide something. For that reason, I was able to see whatever the object was. For to guess, she seemed shaken because she didn't realize I was there. Why did Miss Gyakuten seem so unnerved when she realized she was being watched? That doesn't have a good impression. So, to summarize... Oh my gosh. So, to summarize, when the witness called to the defendant, she acted nervous and attempted to hide something. The prosecution believes this to be due to her having just finished her underhanded deed. This deed being, of course, switching the medicines. I agree the testimony is very interesting, but the basis of your reasoning is weak. Ms. Shimaru, your cross-examination, please. A waste of time. I prefer you hand out your verdict right away. Remy, you have not won a single fucking trial. Awfully full of ourselves today, aren't we? Just what are you hiding? Maybe she just wants to leave early. See, she keeps looking towards Detective Izuyoi. I think she just wants to have tea time. That's a good eye you have there, Momiji. Well, patrolling is my job, after all. Defense, begin, if you please. Sorry, Your Honor. I'll start. Morgami has to pee? Yeah, why is she looking at Sakuya, then? Is she trying to pee on Sakuya? Is that what you're implying? That's weird. That's why you decided to talk to her? Yes, I felt sorry for interrupting her work, but I was not feeling well due to my illness, so I wished for a medical examination. Was Miss Yagakura still compounding medicine? Yes, just as she had from before. And she still had yet to notice you? Yes, I shall now explain what happened in greater detail. I understand that she was in the middle of compounding, but can you specifically tell us her behavior? No, I cannot. However, while it may seem in my imagination, she seemed somewhat upset. Really? That is the impression I had, yet I cannot say with any certainty. I wonder what happened before Miss Kunpaku came back. I don't know if it'll pop up later, but I do notice that these don't say day 1. Like when I was in the medicine room, it didn't specify day 1. So this might not be a multi-day trial. Miss Hagakura really that rattled? Yes, it was after I caught her in a compromising condition. Yeah? That settles it. She was obviously in the middle of her heinous act. Don't say anus like that. Nothing has been settled yet. Did you see what was on her table at the time? No, her body concealed most of it from my view. There's no way that could be used as evidence, but that could go for the prosecution as well. What was her expression then? May I speak honestly? She seemed very pale, as if she realized she had been caught in some form of deceit. What deceit? You're practically screaming that she did something bad. Even land shifts under too much stress. Further proof of her guilt. You know, some people can kill another person and, like, not even be fazed by it. We still don't know that yet, but it looks like the judge is siding more with the prosecution by the minute. I've got to do something soon. Do you estimate the size of the object she was trying to hide? It was not terribly large, yet I cannot say with any conviction. But you must have seen a part of it, that's... The witness said she couldn't see anything. There's no use pressing for further. How do you know? Should I try anyway? You're certain she seemed shaken, but did you notice anything else? Let me think. I was actually taken aback at Miss Yagakura being surprised to see me, so I do not remember much else. I'm very sorry. No need to apologize, as long as you're telling the truth. With my cold yesterday, my recollection of the event is rather hazy. She's awfully level-headed to admit that much. Of course, that's expected of her. Contradiction, yeah, I better listen to testimony again. I mean, I either press further, or... Obviously, I'm pondering this writing brush. You bastard. I will try this, and then I will reload for the sake of my life. Good match. Okay, wants me to bring that up later. Maybe I should just press her more. You at least remember where she hit it. I do in fact. Excuse me, Your Honor, may I add to my testimony? Oh, that's convenient. Gee, I wonder if this is where I gotta put it. Yes, you may. We must hear every detail. Thank you very much, Your Honor. Look, Miss Yagakoro returned from the waiting room. Oh gosh, yeah, everything. Saw her slide it under one of the shelves. You get... Yeah. Defense your cross-examination, please. Cross-exam 3, this actually counts as different. In terms of the way the game progresses. So obviously that's what we're supposed to do. Is push that, and then it obviously makes sense that this gets thrown. Yep. I had the line of thinking, I just had to prod it properly. Please have a look at this. This is Miss Yagakoro's cherished writing brush. It broke while she was compounding medicine yesterday. And what does that have to do with the witness's testimony? When we discussed it with Miss Yagakoro, it turns out that she had tried to fix it, but it was a lost cause despite all efforts, causing further anguish. I never actually presented it to Eirin. I only ever presented it to Raisin. Present has red eyes. Ooh. This is likely the very moment of which Miss Kanpaku spoke. Did the defendant treasure it that highly? Yes, Your Honor, it's a very rare article, one of which cannot be found in Gensokyo. Is it truly that special? It is very possible that it is only obtainable in the outside world. And if that is true, if it is true that the level of technology of Gensokyo is insufficient to recreate this brush, that only reinforces its scarcity. Scarcity. I see, that would make it valuable indeed. Any objections, Miss Scarlet? None, Your Honor. I'd like to move on to the next testimony. Just what was Sakia doing? Perhaps I should delicately strangle the answer from her throat later. What? Talk about scary. Excuse me? After I called Miss Yagakoro, she stood up. She placed white packets of medicine on a shelf marked with Miss Fujiwara's name. So there's the light brown one, and then there was the white one. The light brown one may be for, like, Kaguya, for all we know. And this one is for Miss Fujiwara. I guess police stuff should have brought Remy that evidence and not use it as evidence. Yeah. She should have hit it. Then asked me what seems to be the problem today. Before I could answer, she added, "Pardon the smell." Oof. Because then I noticed the faint scent of lemon. Soon forgot as I explained my condition to her, and she led me to the examination room. Pardon the smell. She just rips ass. That seemed oddly relevant. Does it have anything bearing on the case? Yes, indeed, Your Honor. That the yokai mentioned that the plaintiff took the yokai medicine that the plaintiff took contained lemon juice. I see, the evidence mentions as much too. And the other important point is that the medicine the plaintiff was given was packaged in white paper. Now do you understand the meaning of this testimony, Your Honor? Clearly, this means the defendant placed the inappropriate medicine in the plaintiff's shelf in plain view of the witness. Taking such action while being watched takes audacity of the highest degree. Perhaps she anticipated more time elapsing before any problems would arise, increasing the likelihood of the witness forgetting. However, said problems arose later that day. This was the defendant's greatest miscalculation. Well said. Then I shall hand down my roll. What? Please wait, Your Honor. The defense has yet to cross-examine this testimony. You still wish to do so? I doubt it'll prove enlightening. Aki, how many times have we done this, and you guys have been like, this probably won't lead to anything, and then I led to something? How many times have we done this? I would give up if I were you. How can you break down a witness's testimony if they are not predisposed to lying? If I don't go by my usual method, could I really find a contradiction or testimony this time? Renosuke! Where's Renosuke? I mean, obviously I have to cross-examine her. Please, let me try to find something, Your Honor. Unless you intend to deny the defense our right of due process. No, I never intended that. I just doubt it shedding any new light on the matter. But we won't know until we try. God, give me some more dramatic music. Where's my last judgment? What'd you see on the table, then? In almost every case is Aki biased. She's biased in trying to make the game harder. In Touhou 9, she does that. In this game, she does that. There are 3 packets of medicine wrapped in white paper. Do you know what she did with them? Yes, I do. Uchibora's name. Can we ask about the misspelled name? Is that true? I'm absolutely certain. The name read Moko Uchi. Your Honor, she is lying. My defendant is illiterate and cannot write properly. Oh, I think you're mistaken. Sure you didn't mistake for someone else's spot on the shelves. No, I did not. There was little distance from where I saw it, but I could clearly read the name. I could read the name clearly. So where the medicines Miss Yagor placed, they're truly white. No, I thought the ones that were delivered to Notoria were pink. Actually, pink paper. Yeah. The witness is describing actual events. Stop trying to solve our time with pointless questions. Objection substand. Believe the witness could not possibly lie. I'm only pressing because I think she's mistaken what she saw. I mean, I could probably just go present to that right now, but let's press everything else. What was her behavior like at the time? She seemed to have calmed down. Did she look like she was hiding something? No, it did not. And you are certain of that? Yes, she seemed perturbed at first, but by then she had returned to her normal state. Meaning she had to come to terms with her crime. I have the feeling that accurately explains it. Please stop trying to twist everything in your favor. Yeah, part of the smell, she farting. Is there a strong smell in the room? Nothing terribly so. In fact, it was rather faint. Yeah, it must have caught the attention of Miss Yagakoro. So what was this smell? When she came to mention it... Faint scent of lemon. Lemon? Yeah, but just the faintest hint of it. The medicine on the plaintiff contained lemon juice. You cannot claim there's a contradiction in that point. I think she knew what I was going to say. But did you think the smell of lemon was worth noting? Miss Gagakura had a very apologetic look on her face, so the whole room was likely filled with it. Maybe there's a hint in there. I soon forgot as I explained my condition to her, and she led me to the examination room. Garlic. Yeah, they did mention the garlic. However, none of these in the descriptions here comment on garlic. I believe it's leading me to want to press the muku. 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 Muki. So you left the medicine room. That's correct. Miss Yagakoro diagnosed my condition after guiding me to the examination room. Returning to the medicine room once again when the diagnosis was complete. Was Miss Rayson also there? Yes, I saw her placing the medicines from the shelves into a bag. I met her in the waiting room later. We had a simple conversation regarding trifling matters. Miss Rayson said the same thing, so there's no contradiction here. What should I do now? I've pressed all of her statements. I can't find a single contradiction. Well, I'll be over for us at this rate. Well, I don't think Miss Kampaku is lying. There must be a misunderstanding somewhere. Otherwise, Miss Yagakoro will be found guilty. You know that, but... Your Honor, the defense has finished their cross-examination. Your verdict, if you please. Very well, I find the defendant... We're not done yet. Please give us a little more time. You've already confirmed every part of the defendant's testimony, haven't you? Were you able to find any contradictions? Well, no, we weren't. So there's no need for further discussion, it seems the trial ends today. Just the prosecution says, now for the verdict. It's over, we're done for. I mean, I literally haven't. Who's the... Renosuke! Renosuke! Come on! Show up, my guy! Huh? Who sneezed? I'm sorry, that was just me. Oh. I've been feeling well since this morning. Not this again! Dude, I have the fucking answer. Momiji, don't do this shit again. Woo, don't surprise me like that. Hasn't anyone told you to cover your mouth when you sneeze anyway? I'm sorry, it was just so sudden. Great, I didn't insult the injury. I better take it to see the doctor after this. Huh? That reminds me. What's the matter, Aya? Wait a minute, why did Miss Kampaku see Miss Yagakoro in the first place? What? I was about ready just to, like... throw this out there. She had a cold. That's right, she said she had a cold. It's either my imagination or there really was a contradiction in Miss Kampaku's testimony right now. What are you doing, Miss Shimaimuru? What do you mean? Kampaku said that she smelled lemon, yet if she had a cold, she shouldn't be able to smell anything. But what I need to prove is... What? What? was not where I was expecting this to go in the slightest. Miss Shimaemaru. Yes, yes, Your Honor. I'm about to hand down my verdict. Please try not to let your mind wander. Verdict? No, please wait, Your Honor. It's too early for that. What's the matter? Do you have new evidence to present to the court? Exactly, Your Honor. It'll prove there's in fact a contradiction in the witness's testimony. It's too late now. Your stall tactics are of no use. I doubt that is the defense's goal. I will allow her to speak. Thank you very much, Your Honor. Miss Kampaku visited Miss Gyakuten because she had caught a summer cold, yet she testified that she smelled lemon. That is a contradiction. Balderdash. What? Do you have evidence proving it? I do. Here it is. That's the evidence I submitted earlier. What's significant about it? I really just want to hear Last Judgment pop up with something. Please read it carefully. Under symptoms, it says high volume of mucus in the nasal cavity. Miss Scarlet, when you have a cold, how does your nose feel? Do you even have to ask? Sometimes it runs, sometimes it's stopped up. And when your nose is stopped up, how effective is your sense of smell? Practically worthless. I may as well not have a nose. Her nose is gone. She doesn't have one anymore. According to my reasoning, when Miss Gyakuten told Miss Kampaku not to mind the smell, that caused her to assume there was a strong smell in the room. She wasn't lying to her, it was merely a note. So how did the witness assume there was the scent of lemon in the room? There's evidence to prove that. It's highly probable she saw this on the table. This is where this is coming into play as evidence? It's funny. While she spoke with Miss Gyakuten, Miss Kampaku lightly caught sight of this paperweight. Upon seeing it, she assumed that the smell referred to this lemon. Perhaps the smell of garlic was actually stronger. What does garlic have to do with... Oh, I remember. The defendant uses it as human indigestion medicine. That is the scent at which Miss Gyakuten was concerned. It makes logical sense. As the witness was also suffering from fever, her judgment capabilities might have been dulled, making her more susceptible to suggestion, verbal or otherwise. Yes, I had no idea that lemon was a paperweight at the time. That should prove the contradiction. Can you still give a verdict with that knowledge, Your Honor? It's true that I cannot, at this time. Uh-oh. I see no problem. The defense has overlooked the most fundamental truth. I don't know what she means, but I have a really bad feeling about this. The defendant placed the medicine that caused side effects in the humans on the plaintiff's shelf. How can you excuse that? Is there any evidence that can explain this so even a fairy can understand it? Ah. She's right, totally slipped my mind. If I can't prove there was a contradiction there, all this have been for nothing. Wouldn't that be impossible? Even if her sense of smell was hindered, she testified she saw it clearly, and she did not lie. But if Gyakuten wouldn't do something like that. Must be a contradiction somewhere, but where? I guess the only way is to assume that Miss Kampaku didn't mistake what she saw, similar to the way she mistook the smell for lemon. She mistook what she saw. It's the name! If you can figure it out, we'll win. But is there any evidence that can prove it? Better review the facts again. The defense have any objections, otherwise I shall move on to my verdict. Yes, I do. I have evidence to present, even. You really, Aya? No, I don't, but I have a bluff. I have to bluff or else. Then present it at once. And for your information, you'll get one try, so choose carefully. If you're mistaken, I will immediately hand down my verdict. My evidence is here.
What?
Then his face, the cleansed crystal mirror had gone within 1 month. Excuse me for a second. I'm curious about something. No, there's nothing there. Oh, I have to go through all that dialogue? Oops. I should have hit cancel on the dialogue to try and make a save there. Skipping dialogue. Excuse me. Oops, clicked off the screen. This one was this one? Yeah.
Or we already went through all this.
Take my lemon paperweight. Don't make me go through all that again if I get it wrong. What am I even presenting? Nope. Oh my gosh. Oh, it wants me to press, like, multiple things. Does it want... Click, 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 click. Do I just do fucking everything? Da 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 da. The fact that I have to go through this every time. Click, click, clickety click. Clickety click. Put it on the shelf. Assume Miss Kampaku did mistake what she saw some of the way she mistook the smell for a lemon. What would be a mistake what she saw? It wouldn't be this. Fujiwara is a pretty unique name compared to all of these. It was listed as a new customer. I could see that. Probably not. Don't be that. I already tried this. About the photo? What photo? You talking about this? Please have a look at this photo. In it, you can see the shelves for the medicine room, as well as the names written for each spot. Miss Kampaku saw the name set in the shelves and thought that the medicine was placed in Miss Fujiwara's spot. I don't see how it would be possible to mistake it for otherwise. I beg to differ, Your Honor. I claim it to be possible for someone unfamiliar with this system to be mistaken. You gonna claim that it's like, oh well, you'd think that like
the name goes above the shelf, but it's actually below the plate.
Or, like, vice versa. Miss Kapaku, can you tell us which shelf from the top you saw Miss Gyakuten place the medicine? It was the third from the top, I'm absolutely positive. And there you have it. The third shelf at the top is not Miss Fujiwara's shelf. Preposterous! Isn't that her name written just above it? Yeah, but please take a closer look. The shelf at the top does not have a name written above it, but below it. For this reason, the third space at the top is not Miss Fujiwara's, but Miss Kawashiro's. Ah. So is that it? Mm-hmm. Prescribing yokai medicine for a yokai is perfectly reasonable. Seems our witness was mistaken after all. But you remediate better, yeah. Any objections, Miss Scarlet? None, Your Honor. Due to the number of inconsistencies of the witness's testimony, I'm afraid she is lacking in credibility. Therefore, I cannot give a verdict today. Prosecution must find new witnesses for tomorrow's trial. Damn it, there is another day! Understood, Your Honor. That'll be all for today. Court adjourned. Oh, not this music. Ooh, once again. Came a little too close for comfort today. If you hadn't sneezed, Momiji, you probably wouldn't be standing here right now. I think it was just a fluke. But you can't argue with the results. You bought me just enough time. Incidentally, who might the true criminal be? Huh? I thought you were going to reveal the guilty party today, but you said not a word on the matter. Perhaps I merely escaped my hearing. Did you fall asleep during the trial? I did not. I had sufficient rest in the detention cell. That's not the answer I was looking for. Sad to say, but I still don't know who did it. However, I'm almost certain it wasn't Miss Kenpaku. I assumed you had already deduced it. Well, you know what happens when you assume. There's still much you're in the dark about. It seems that way. Inte similarly holds countless secrets. Is that true? Oh. Now that I think about it, there are quite a few baseless rumors about you being connected to the Endless Night incident. Are any of them true? The night must end sometime. A moon that doesn't fall is unheard of. What is that supposed to mean? The more you pursue the truth, the further away it'll become. But all I want to know is the sound, unvarnished truth. Then yours is an impossible request. Oh, my escort is here. I shall be depending on you tomorrow. And there she goes. But I'm a reporter if I let the truth pass me by. 29th. Good morning, Aya. Yeah, morning. You don't seem well today. Because even though we managed to extend the trial for another day, I have no idea who the culprit might be. Just who did it. But there aren't that many connected to the case. Can we narrow down the list of suspects? I guess, but no one has any clear motive. Suppose you're right. It's hard to see Miss Racing doing this, as she is Miss Yagakore's helper, and I don't know the relationship between them and Miss Ganpaku or Miss Saigyoji. It's rumored that the latter two were involved in the Eternal Night Institute. But that's all it is, a rumor. It'd be best to question its accuracy. Well, why not try relaxing for a bit with some tea like usual? We don't have time for that. The trial's starting much earlier today. Oh, I see. In that case, let's head out at once. The problem is I don't know where we should head out to. Oh, we'll head out. We should go looking tomorrow. Like tomorrow? I don't know why I said tomorrow. We'll do that on Friday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Lost Branch. Deny they told her name was on the list. Yeah, always a Mirai Shrine Institute. Good, that's progress. It's a good spot to end it too. We'll be back for more of this on Friday, and I'll be back for the usuals tomorrow. But I'm going to go to bed.